I decided to apply for the GE Science Prize because I was really interested in the challenge of crafting an essay for a broad scientific public. As a researcher, you're often speaking to narrow audiences of specialists, and I was very interested in the challenge of trying to write an essay that would speak to lots of scientists working in a wide array of fields. Hi, I'm Erez Lieberman Aiden. If you take a pair of headphones and you put it in your pocket and then you take it out again and you try to listen to music, what you find is that it's actually a big tangled mess and you have to untangle it. That's interesting when you think about the human genome, because the human genome is about twice as long as a pair of headphones. It's about 2 meters long, but it has to fit inside a 5-micron wide nucleus. How does it do that while remaining accessible to the cell? My research is about developing techniques that allow you to sequence genomes in 3D, so you can see not only what the sequence of bases are, but more critically how it's folded in 3 dimensions in the nucleus of a cell. When I was an undergraduate at Princeton University, I heard a lecture by Bob Austin, who was one of the professors in the physics department, and he was lamenting how difficult it was to do research in biology because it was so difficult to directly see what was going on in a cell. You were constantly reasoning indirectly about what must have happened in the cell in order for you to have seen the observations that you happened to see. So I got very interested in this problem of how can we more directly see what's going on inside of cells. And then later, when I saw a talk by Eric Lander about the amazing potential of DNA sequencing, I thought, gosh, it would be amazing if you could use a DNA sequencer to tell you something about the spatial arrangement of cellular components. Well, it was really a tremendous opportunity to be here, meet with folks from science, and also meet with the other prize winners. I think the development of those kinds of collaborations with interesting people who are very talented and doing great work is the bedrock upon which I hope subsequent collaborations can be built. There was a moment where I was debating between whether I wanted to be a scientist or a mathematician, and I think that the decision to become a scientist was really based on the fact that I could both engage in questions that I was curious about, but also do work that was broadly relevant to society. I would advise students to buy low and sell high. There's a huge trend in the sciences, which is some field gets hot, everyone goes and works in that field, but the trouble with that is that it's really, really hard in a crowded space like that to make a significant contribution. If you can find some area that's a little bit off the beaten track, but where you think that there's a lot of potential, then by realizing that potential, it becomes possible for you to make a contribution that is going to broadly change how scientists think about the lay of the land in general. I find the process of formulating interesting questions and then going to seek out their answers really fun and really exciting, and I hope to be able to continue it for as long as I can. So certainly in 5 to 10 years, my hope is that I've got 5 or 10 interesting questions that I'm working on and that eventually I'll answer 1 or 2 of them.